Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, for the key to the week, you have the Magician card. So the power really does reside with you. And why is that? Because if you are a Leo, as we get to the end of this week, happy damn birthday to you. The sun comes back into his own home and palace. Now, if you've been with me long enough, you will have heard me say this about astrology. I believe that the reason, yes, we have a birthday and, that's all wonderful and it marks the day that we came into the world and all of that. Think of the sun. Yes, it's a luminary. It puts an astrological spotlight on you. It pours light, heat, vitality, energy, passion, power, desire, magnetism. It pours all of those things into you when it comes into your sign or when you have your solar return. And the reason this is important is because the sun travels the entire zodiac over the year, gathering, making aspects to all the different planets and everything else. And in that journey, I kind of see it as like the sun goes out into the world to gather knowledge, to gather information, to gather insight. And so when it travels around the whole zodiac and then finally comes back into your sign, it takes all of that knowledge and all of that wisdom that you've gained over the last year and it pours that directly into your soul. The reason that's such a big deal for you is because the sun only rules one sign. The luminaries actually both only rule one sign, whereas all the other planets either have a ruler or a co-ruler. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. So the sun is coming back into its own home sign where it is more at home than anywhere else in the entire zodiac. So this is allowing you to tap into your own personal power. It's allowing you to understand and realize, but more importantly, to remember that you have everything that you need at your disposal to absolutely shine. And if you choose to take the world by storm. The Magician card is also a reminder that you are in some way, shape or form this week, you are getting an understanding of where you could be at the peak of your industry, of your life, of your relationship, whatever it is. This is about really taking hold of and commanding respect and power within your own life. With that said, if you are a continued subby, Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your actions and options, you have the Father of Cups. So this is the King of Cups. For some of you this week, you could literally be interacting with a water sign male, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. For some of you, this could be an interaction with an important male figure in your life. This could be somebody that really understands you, somebody that really gives you a different emotional outlook or perspective. Because the King of Cups is in your actions and options, which is about what you do, this is you gaining a really strong, solid command of your emotional intelligence and turning that inward creativity towards something that you are ready to finally build. The other way that you could see this as well, this could literally be you interacting with a counselor or a therapist or a psychiatrist, somebody that is going to help you really get a deeper understanding of yourself on those internal levels. For your communications and conversations, you have the Eight of Cups. So we've got a lot of emotions in this week. We've got a lot of the feels going on, right? If you haven't seen it, please don't forget to check out the triple conjunction video that I put out just recently with Denise Matthew. It's a massive deal. It's going to be happening at the end of this month, but we're going to feel it throughout this whole month and it will just keep ramping up in intensity until the event finally hits. And given that you got so much of the feels going on this week, you probably want to check it out. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Eight of Cups. For a lot of you, this is a moment where you are literally, like this week, you could be taking a moment to say, this no longer has a place in my world. This person, this thing, this place, this karma whatever it is, there's something that is being released this week and you're having conversations to that effect. This could be where you're saying goodbye to something, or maybe to someone. For some of you, this could be leaving a job. For others, this could be leaving an area. Because it is the Eight of Cups, you're getting a hold of the emotional imbalance that is sort of taken place. And maybe some of you are outsourcing, having that happen. Maybe you are finding somebody to give you the support that you need to make your way from something. Maybe you're coming out of an abusive relationship, and so you need somebody to help you navigate that. Maybe you are finally deciding to take on your, personal childhood trauma in some way. Now, I know a lot of that stuff can be, it can make us really like, ooh, what's the word? It could, a lot of it can, that stuff can make us feel really vulnerable. But the truth is, it actually makes you very powerful. And this week, I really feel by commanding your emotional internal self, that's where you find your true power this week. And ultimately, what is Leo? Leo is all about the heart. So this is about digging in deep into that space. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, maybe you're leaving behind a subject. Maybe you are changing your major. Maybe you're deciding that actually this has been great to study up until now, but I've decided I'm going in a completely different direction, and you're taking ownership of that path. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could literally be leaving the job for, maybe to start your own business. For some of you, this could be leaving the job for greener pastures, for a different job. Maybe for some of you, you find a job that is a better title, maybe it's a better fit, maybe it's more money, maybe it's more resources, but in order to do that, you're having to walk away or release something. And I kind of feel for a lot of you, this may be that you're leaving a place that you really felt quite connected to. So it's not like I'm finally leaving that place. It's like, wow, you know what, this has been a big part of my life. I'm going to miss everybody, but this is the right way forward for me. When it comes to your business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, I gotta be honest, I feel like for you guys, this is going to be a little bit more tumultuous. And what I mean by this is I kind of get the feeling that this week you're going to be thrust into something. It's not even the triple conjunction yet. That doesn't happen until the 31st and the 1st of August. But I kind of feel like you're going to see or feel this coming this week, where you're kind of thrust into a certain direction. And it's like, okay, I'm going to have to walk this road or walk this path in some way. For some of you, this could literally be shifting or changing your clientele. Maybe you are going after high ticket items or clients from here on in. There's something that's shifting in a big way, but the way that this is taking place is it's very consciously led, and it's like you're having to make an internal shift in order for these changes to be kind of cemented. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, in fact for all Leos, but especially for you guys, there's something here where it's like you're either having to say goodbye to a certain situation within the family, or you're having to pull some kind of rank. Maybe, and this is the thing, like everyone says like, oh, Leos like to be in charge and all the rest of it. Yeah, there's all of that stuff. But if a Leo pulls rank on you, it's because they haven't got any other option. They've tried everything else, it hasn't worked. And so you know what, in that case, I'm going to pull rank. And I kind of feel like for a lot of Leos in all sectors of life, in some way, shape or form, you will have to do this. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it shapes up. For your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Swords. Look, for some of you, this could spell out the end of a relationship. I'm just going to give you the hard stuff straight up. For some of you, it could spell out the end of a relationship. However, if you're willing to put the work in and to do some really deep searching and deep honesty, this could actually be very good for airing out or cleansing your relationship in some way. With that Magician card though, and especially because it's coupled with the Eight of Cups, it's like, now that you've seen certain behavior, now that you've had certain experiences, you can't go back to being in the dark, and it's like you can't allow yourself to play small anymore. So when it comes to a relationship, it's like, you know what, you either need to come correct, or we're not going to be able to continue doing this. I don't feel that this is you putting an ultimatum down. I do feel like this is you saying, this is what I need, and whether you can or can't meet those needs or not, that's on you. We'll discuss the rest later. For those of you that are single, you know, so many people say like, I haven't got a type, and then when you look at their exes, they're basically all just clones of each other. Yeah, right, and that's everyone. Leo is a fixed sign, so you like a certain amount of comfortable, you like a certain amount of predictability as well, and comfort, and what's the word, familiarity. However, this week, I feel like you could be looking at your previous relationships and going, yeah, I don't want any of that anymore. This is what I want or need or desire going forward. And it might be very, very different to what people have associated with partners and relationships to you previously, which means you could also meet somebody this week or connect with someone that is vastly different. And it could raise some eyebrows. You know, maybe there's a really big age gap. Maybe there is, you know, maybe this person's in a really serious, authoritative sort of position. Maybe they are, as you know, potentially a celebrity of some kind. Like it's possible. With that 10 of Swords, it's the breaking of whatever you thought you wanted or needed from a relationship, or the type of person that was before. It changes this week in a big way. And then for your money and materials, you've got the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is the energy that's happening within the triple conjunction at the end of the month. If you haven't seen that video, I really do advise that you watch it. For your so when it comes to your money, your resources, this is opportunities to get ahead financially, but it's also, for some of you, you could literally be doing a charitable act this week. You could be giving something away. You could be deciding, you know what, I don't actually need this, so I'm going to donate it or I'm going to give it away. In terms of money that's coming in and the resources that are making themselves available to you, it's kind of like there's an understanding this week that in order to go for the big bucks, in order to reach that next pay bracket, I'm having to rope other people in. It's like there's a solid understanding. I can't do this on my own. I do need support. I do need other people, which I really think is great. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the 6 of Pentacles is your neck, your throat, and your thyroid, like this whole general area, and also your voice. And with the Magician card here, because it's Mercury ruled, this would be a time where paying attention to your resources, the incomings and the outgoings, and paying attention to your throat and your voice, which, if you've been with me long enough, you know that's my warning system. When my voice starts to go, that's my body's way of saying you're overdoing it, take a break. When it comes to your home and environment, I mean, the 6 of Pentacles suggests that the home could be a little bit pricier than you want it to be this week. I'm not seeing anything like accidents or anything like that, but it might be that you're spending money on things for the home that you actually need. If that is the case, because it's the 6 of Pentacles, I would try to go second hand if you can. If you can get a refurb, you know, whatever it is, if you can get it second hand and it looks good and it still does the job, I would go down that route. If you're replacing like an appliance, I would say this, under these kinds of energies, a rental would be better than a buy. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.